And one of the headlines of the day today is that Trump now has a slight lead, emphasis on slight, in our Decision Desk HQ election forecast. It's actually the first time we've seen that since the model, since we launched this back in August. You see, it's 51.8% in the win probability, as we call it, for Trump, 48.2%. For Harris. And basically what we've seen here, it's been a slow burn over the last 30 days. It's been about a 5 percentage point move towards Trump. So, it's still a close race, still a coin flip race, but we've seen it in particular in 4 of the 7 swing states that are behind me. One that really stands out because it's the most important probably, I'll look at the numbers here, is Pennsylvania. So Pennsylvania had been advantaged Democrat and, it certainly was won by Joe Biden in the last election. But even in these numbers, we had an advantage to Harris. Usually 53% win probability, maybe. Well, now look at this. Trump GOP win probability is 51%. The polling average lead, which had been for a long time a slight lead for the Democrats and Harris, is now Trump by less than a point, 0.3%. Now, the other states where we see this are Michigan, certainly, where Harris is spending time today. You see the numbers in Michigan. See this? She still has a win probability because the fundamentals in Michigan favor the Democrats at 56%. But that was up over 60, maybe mid-60s for a while, so it's coming down. And the polling average, which was to her advantage, is now to Trump by half a point, 0.6% in the polling average. And then there are 2 more that we've really seen pronounced movement that led to this change in the forecast. One is North Carolina, where Trump is, right? This has always been advantage GOP, again, because of the fundamentals, 65%. But the polling average now creeping up a little bit. It's still so close, but a 1-point lead in the average. And then finally, real quick, Nevada. Nevada is the one where Harris has the best numbers, but this number, where it's 54% win probability, was up in the mid-60s. And the polling average, which had been advantage Harris, is now advantage no one. It's a complete tie. So that's when we get back to this level and we see where these numbers are, why they're moving in that direction. Now, a couple of quick points here before we move on about this. What does this tell us? Well, it might tell us a little bit about trends where the campaigns will, spend and put some of their resources over the next couple of weeks. It might tell us a little bit, if you're a voter in one of these 7 swing states, that your vote really matters, that, this thing is going to be really close. What does it not tell us is also really important. What this does not give us any indication at all is who's going to win on Tuesday, November 5th. There is very little, hardly any statistical difference between a 51-49 win probability for Harris, which is what we were talking about last week, and a 52-48 for Trump, which is what we're talking about at the beginning of this week. It was and still is an absolute coin flip race. More on the numbers, but right now let's get you to North Carolina. The former president in Greenville, after that stop in the